Welcome back to Fast Track Finance with Bronte, and today we'll be covering 3 core mistakes that people make in interviews and how to avoid them, as well as one bonus tip. So the 3 areas we will cover is candidates coming unprepared to an interview, having the wrong attitude for an interview, and how you visually and vocally communicate during the interview itself. So firstly, there are some sections that you should always be prepared for when going to an interview. And you should be able to answer questions on why you, why this role, why this company, as well as being able to walk through your CV and give any particularly relevant experience that could be applied to the role that you are looking to join. The second thing is turning up with the wrong attitude. So this could look like arrogance or being particularly defensive when challenged on a question, or also pretending you know the answer to something when you don't, and then not moving away or admitting that actually you're just not completely familiar with the topic and it's something that you're going to go away and learn about. This will often be very clear to an interviewer who knows a lot more about the topic than you do, and it's much better to be honest and to engage in an education process or go away and learn separately instead of wasting the interviewer's time. Arrogance could look like being very defensive around an answer when perhaps you're not entirely sure, and really intellectual debate and the rigor of a discussion are core parts to many investment committee discussions, as well as everyday interactions with your team. Remember, they're also interviewing whether they would like to work alongside you, and so your personality and the energy in which you bring is really important for them to assess. The third area is around how you visually and vocally communicate yourself in an interview. So this begins from what you'll wear to the interview. Make sure that it is professional, you would turn up to business meetings in it, and you've made an effort because it is an interview after all. Also, the way in which your body language presents during the interview, so whether you are giving eye contact to all of the different speakers, you are relaxed, you're remembering to breathe. It's very important that take breaths during the interview, and also make sure that when you communicate your responses, you're doing that in a direct manner which immediately addresses the interviewer's questions. A good way is when you're asked a question, give an immediate response, give 3 backing points that are short, and an interviewer may follow up with any further questions they have, and you can provide more detail. Something to avoid is rambling all the way around an answer and eventually going somewhere back to where it begins, but not really answering the question in the first place. That can be very frustrating. And finally, my bonus tip is make sure you really understand the commercial logic behind technical questions you are answering. It's great to go on websites such as Wall Street Prep or 10x EBITDA or many equivalents such as Oasis or all of the ones that are out there. But if you do not understand the commercial logic behind the technical questions you are answering, this can be really challenging. To give you one example, I was once quizzed on the working capital considerations of a caravan site. Now, I had never considered that before, and Wall Street Prep would probably tell me that working capital are current assets minus current liabilities and the change in those year on year into the balance sheet, into the cash flow statement even. But understanding what that might mean in reality for a business is vastly different, and you might want to consider how that impacts a business on the day-to-day for various different sectors or business models, having a similar mindset for other technical questions to make sure that you really understand the commercials behind the technicals. Follow along and let me know if you would like any further topics covered.